as we evolved, um, I wanted to make sure it was understood by this system that I was referring to the original use and understanding in ancient times when I was asking about Moslem law. So it gave me a little bit more information that I think is very useful for all of us. Just look some of this over. Gonna try to let it sit here for a little bit so you can kind of get an idea of what's being conveyed. Oh, and I don't know if you noticed, but just like a lot of legal systems that ran into issues or empires that run into issues, the moment the leader passes, you know, passes things on or passes on themselves, um, things kind of end up breaking up and everybody kind of has their own version of how the the system should be ran. So I think obviously Islam, like other religions, has had the same uh, issues come upon it, but we're still here. If you notice, even throughout the changes that they're describing, um, when they're referring to, Muslim law, people who were non-Muslims were still able to be themselves, unlike in a lot of other traditions and places. So that's just something to consider. Yeah, I like this. It's not a code. There was no book of Sharia that a judge would look up. Instead, law was found in the specialized training, again, in the vast memory of human. Now, we still use burden of proof, but again, as I was saying before, just like it says here, individuals brought their own grievances directly to a judge. And then the moral side of it, the law was seen as a doctrine of duties. It didn't just label things legal or illegal, but categorized all human life into fivefold scale, from obligatory to prohibited. Now, What I wanted to show, right? But for the most part, the goal was to get you to see that Muslim law seems like tribal courts of American. I think it is, and we start looking at how closely related the cultures and the people are, especially going back to ancient times. To this day, amongst all cultures, okay, Africa or the Americas were Muslims. And it is what it is. So I appreciate you giving up some of your time this evening. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day.